Wall.
Last clear, I want to second the motion. I also want to pay tribute to Senator Sherlock tonight for the terrific work that she's put into this particular motion on behalf of our Labour Party colleagues. I do acknowledge, Minister, the advancements in core funding and pay, and acknowledge the terrific work done in relation to pay. But I suppose where I want to concentrate on is kind of rural areas where there are issues with, and I'm sure you're familiar with those in your own area as well. But in rural Kildare, there are a number of service providers who are saying that they're no longer in a position to provide service. And I just want to read a couple of things that they have said to me over the last number of days when I've spoken to them. I know Mr O'Gorman has mentioned recently that the evidence available is that funding is sufficient to meet the needs of all childcare services. And he's quoted as saying that an independent review, which he has also said that he will hold, could form a basis on which targeted measures, if required, can be taken. The number of conversations that I've had, as I say, with service providers in Kildare, they're asking the question as what's going to happen for them in the year to come. They, in some cases, are welcoming the independent review, but they're also asking the question, and as one said to me today, she is the bank manager. She knows what's going out every week and the cost of providing childcare. And just to quote some of what she said, my service opened in 2007 and the staff are still with me since. I have 130 hours to be covered over a week between all my staff. Core funding has increased my fees by 4 cents per child per hour. It is completely meaningless. It's less than €50 per week. It has been absorbed completely, plus some with inflation, cleaning supplies, craft supplies, heating, ESB, they've all gone through the roof. And all of that is coming out of our bank account. The Minister has insisted core funding is the only thing that will increase going forward, and there will be no increase in basis ECCE fee. He is saying, effectively telling this lady that she's stuck on the same money for years and things will never improve. And that's her opinion, and to the opinion of many more. She has 44 families in her service at the moment, and what she's saying is that she's going to have to reduce that to 25%. In other words, in that small rural town in Kildare, there will be 34 places lost, Minister. And that's going to have a detrimental effect on that rural town, and it's not going to be replaced in any way, and that's been replicated in so many places. And the independent review that the Minister is talking about can't come quick enough for those small providers. Those small providers are family run in a lot of cases, but they provided sustainable employment, as in this case since 2007. They pay their staff and they want to see help and they want to reach out for help, and they're not getting it at the moment. And I know that Senator Sherlock has outlined the rest of our motion tonight, but I just want to acknowledge all those in childcare, and the fact that in Kildare South, when I go around knocking on doors, as you probably do yourself in Galway, Minister, childcare is such a huge issue. It's a second mortgage, and that's why we're bringing this forward tonight.